Hi everyone, this is Phil, one of the creators and co-hosts for the Bite-Sized Taiwanese podcast.
大家好, hey everyone, and I'm Pinji, the curriculum designer here at Bite-Sized Taiwanese, 一嘴台语, and also one of the creators of this podcast. For anyone who doesn't know us yet, we are a podcast that teaches the Taiwanese language and discusses the culture.
That's right. So if you haven't yet, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. But today, we're really excited to be joining the Taiwanese American Cultural Festival. Since this year's theme is on connection and reconnection, we thought we'd do a little workshop on how you can start the conversation to connect or reconnect with people in your life using Taiwanese.
That's right. Language is a great way to connect or reconnect with people in a different way. I'm sure many of you are interested in learning Taiwanese so that you can have a deeper relationship with someone. And you might already have people in your life that you can practice with, but for some reason or another, you just haven't taken that step to start using Taiwanese with them.
Yeah, maybe it's your parents, 伯母, grandparents, 阿公, 阿嬷, or other relatives, 亲家, like cousins, in-laws. Or maybe it's just someone else you already know in your community, but have already fallen into the habit of using English, Mandarin, or some other language. Today, we're going to learn some useful phrases on how to start that conversation.
We'll also be giving you both an easy newbie version and a slightly more advanced elementary version.
All right, let's first start with some simple newbie phrases. Now imagine you're talking with someone you already know. So Pinchi, what can we say?
I think we can say 咱来讲台语好不好? How about we speak Taiwanese?
All right, so now let's break that down.
咱 means we or you and I.
Lai literally means to come, but together with lan lai often means let's, as in let's do something.
And then we have 讲 to speak. So 讲台语 means to speak Taiwanese.
Besides daigi, to say the word Taiwanese, you might also hear some people say daigu or Taiwanwe.
And finally, the last part is 好不好, which literally means good, not. It's a common way to form a question when you want to ask whether something or some action is good or a good idea.
All right, so now let's put that all together. How about we speak Taiwanese?
咱来讲台语好不好? 咱来讲台语好不好?
And it might be a little weird to say this just out of the blue, so maybe we should start off with a reason why.
Alright, so how about 我想要练台语? I would like to practice Taiwanese.
Breaking this down, we have gua, meaning I.
想要, which means would like to do something.
Len means to practice or to drill something.
So putting it together, we have I would like to practice Taiwanese. 我想要练台语. 我想要练台语.
And now let's connect that with our question from before.
咱来讲台语好不好? 我想要练台语. How about we speak Taiwanese? I would like to practice it.
Okay, now let's step it up a notch. So Pinchi, if we're at an elementary level, what might be a way we can start this conversation?
Well, how about 咱敢会使加讲寡台语? Can we speak a little more Taiwanese?
Okay, so breaking it down, like from what we had before, lan means you and I.
Gum is a fun word in Taiwanese that changes sentences into questions.
There's no direct equivalent in English or Mandarin, so it might take some time to get used to it, but it's really commonly used. All you have to do is put it right before the verb, and voila, you've got a question.
In our sentence, what comes next is esai, which means can, able to, or to be allowed to. So the first part of the sentence, lan kam esai, is asking, can we?
If you took out the gam, then lanesai just means we can.
Okay, now on to the next part. 给讲过. Ge means to add more, so if you put it before gong to speak, then ge gong gua just means to speak more.
And gua means some or a little bit, which you also sometimes hear as chigua or chigua. So, ge gong gua daigi is speak some more Taiwanese.
So altogether, we have, can we speak a little more Taiwanese? Nan kam esai ge gong gua taigi.
All right, now let's give a reason for why we want to speak more Taiwanese.
How about 我想要学我的台语更加进步? I would like to improve my Taiwanese.
We know from earlier that gua xunbe means I would like to.
And then we have ho, which is another fun word. Well, it actually has several functions in Taiwanese grammar, but here it means something like to allow, to let, or to make something become.
So, a little shameless self promotion here. If you'd like to hear us talk more about the uses of whole, we cover it in our elementary podcast, episode 11. So, go check it out if you haven't yet.
Yes, go listen to it. But now back to the second half of the sentence. To improve my Taiwanese. So then, 我的台语 is my Taiwanese. And the beginning, 我的 means my.
And goka is like more or even more.
Finally, 进步 means progress or to advance. When you add 更加 together with 进步, you get 更加进步, which means to become better, improve, or to be even better.
So, putting that all together to say the second part of the sentence, to make my Taiwanese better or to improve my Taiwanese, you would say,
好我的台语更加进步。
and now let's say the full sentence. I'd like to improve my Taiwanese.
我想要好我的台语更加进步。
Now let's connect that with our first sentence. Can we speak a little more Taiwanese? I'd like to improve it.
咱敢会使加讲我台语？我想要好我的台语更加进步。
Actually, I know there also might be some of you out there who can already speak pretty well, but maybe it's just so long since you've used it, and you're just a little rusty and want to get back into using more Taiwanese. So, Pinchi, if that's your situation, what could you say?
How about 我想要把我的台语捡回来 I would like to get back my Taiwanese. So for people who just might be a little out of practice, this is a really common way to say that you are trying to pick it back up.
Breaking it down, again we have 我想要, meaning I'd like to.
Next, ga is another fun word.
You get all the fun words.
Well, yeah, I do. Ga is another grammatical word that has several uses and doesn't always have a nice, easy English translation. But here, the function of ga is to take an object and then give more information about what will be done to that object.
So here our object is 我的台语, my Taiwanese. So when you hear someone else say this, you should immediately think, like, what are you going to do with your Taiwanese?
Yeah, it's not always that dramatic in feeling, but basically you look for what action comes after, which in this case is 捡回来. The verb 捡 means to pick up, like picking up something that fell on the floor or to find something lost.
And attached to the verb is 回来, which means come back or back. So 捡回来 means something like to get back.
I actually really like this use of 捡回来. It makes the whole process of brushing up on a language feel so much more concrete. Like when you say 把我的台语捡回来, it almost feels like you dropped your Taiwanese somewhere on the road and now you've gone back looking to pick it back up.
Yeah, I really love that image too. When you're studying a language, it also really does feel like that. You know, like you end up sometimes tracing back to places you've been before and end up relearning or discovering new things on the second or third time around.
Okay, now let's put it all together. I would like to get back my Taiwanese. 我想要甲我的台语捡回来。
And now let's connect it with our first sentence. Can we speak a little more Taiwanese? I'd like to get it back.
咱敢会使加讲我台语？我想要甲我的台语捡回来。
So let's recap what we learned today. If you're a newbie to Taiwanese, try out these sentences. How about we speak Taiwanese? I'd like to practice it.
咱来讲台语好无？我想要练台语。
And if you're at an elementary level, try out these sentences. Can we speak a little more Taiwanese? I'd like to improve it.
咱敢会使加讲我台语？我想要互我的台语搁较进步。
Or, can we speak a little more Taiwanese? I'd like to get it back.
咱敢会使加讲我台语？我想要甲我的台语捡回来。
Well, we hope that you found these sentences helpful. The next time you have a chance, try them out on someone you want to connect or reconnect with in Taiwanese.
The hardest part is just getting started, so the next time you can, give them a try.
And if you'd like to learn more Taiwanese, come listen to more of our podcast episodes and check out our other products like our vocab builder and workbooks. You can find them all at our website, bitesizedtaiwanese.com.
And we are giving a special 10% discount off everything at our online store, just for Taiwanese American Cultural Festival attendees. Just enter the promo code TACF 2021.
We're also so excited to announce that we'll be launching a second podcast season at the end of summer, and that we're now part of the Ghost Island Media Podcast Network. So for all the latest updates and for the extra discounts on our products, make sure you've signed up for our mailing list at our website.
好啊，咱今仔日讲到这，
Alright, that's it for today. See you next time.
再会。
Alright, that's it for today.
See you next.
See you next time. 再会.
Sorry. How do we do this in like through internet, like through the video call?
See you next time.
See you next time. 再会。